Hey guys, it's Monday, Labor Day here in the U.S., September the 4th. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. I guess you noticed I didn't do a video on Friday because I usually don't trade on Fridays unless it's the unemployment report, and even then I don't really do a whole lot. Because it's a holiday today here in the U.S., the market is closed. But the Forex market is open, but it's very little movement during the U.S. session, if any at all. But I figured I'd still do a video since I didn't have one Friday and then some of today, and be prepared for tomorrow, because tomorrow should be a big day. Usually a day after a holiday, there's a big move one way or another. We have news every single day this week, starting tomorrow. So even not just the U.S., but the Aussie has got big news. The pound's got big news. So just be careful trading this week. But the everybody should be back. The analysts from the brokerage houses, so they're going to start moving money around. So be very careful. But there should be good moves this week, though. So we're going to start at, trying to remember what I was going to say now. We're going to look at the pound dollar to start with. But if you would just please hit the like and subscribe button for me. I'm not trying to get Kardashian subscribers at all. But all it does is let me know the more subscribers I get, the more that I'm actually helping people to be able to trade or learn how to trade, and that gives me peace of mind knowing that I am helping, because like I said, I've been doing this on the Forex currencies for almost 17 years full time, and been trading overall since 1997. Started out trading stocks, buying and selling stocks, penny stocks mostly, couldn't afford the big stocks, and then doing options on stocks, and then options on futures and trading futures, and I did that for several years up until 2005 actually. Didn't do very good in it at all. I didn't blow accounts, but it was tough to make money. You make money, you lose money, and then you lose a little bit more money. So I started hunting around and found the Forex currencies, and been here ever since. I guess you could say the rest is history. Okay, we're going to start out on the pound dollar 1 hour. It has not made a buy signal just yet. It's still in the sell on the 1 hour. But I think it did come into the 1 hour buy. Yes, it came back down in here on the 1 hour buy. So there is an opportunity. If it takes that out, it's going lower. So that's pretty simple. The 4 hour is in a buy. So there's a chance this could push up some. That's what I'm expecting anyway. The pound dollar to push up. Maybe a little push down first. It'd be perfect if it could move back down into here, and then we buy it and then it pushes way up. That'd be the best case scenario on the pound dollar. On the Aussie dollar, remember there's news on this on Tuesday night, which is considered their Wednesday, Tuesday night here in the US. So got to keep an eye on that, because it's right now the 1 hour is in a sell on the Aussie dollar, and it is not. It came back down into the buy there, and on the 4 hour it's kind of going sideways, as you can see, so it's probably waiting on that announcement. There's a buy as well on the Aussie dollar. So that news Tuesday night is going to move it big time, because that's their rate announcement. So careful on the Aussie dollar if you're trading that. EuroCAD 1 hour, there is a buy on the 1 hour. The 4 hours in a sell. So those don't agree, but when you got a big wick like that, there's a good chance it's going to come back and retest that. Maybe not all of it, but a good portion of it up into here, so that EuroCAD could push up, because that 1 hour does have a buy right there, and that would be the push up into here. So there was the buys right there. You had 1-2 opportunities to get in, and now you should be up on it. Let's see this. Let's say, for instance, you missed that and you got this one, because this is the worst case. 46.35. Let's say you got 46.30, 46.40, even though the low's 35. That's 53 points. So half should be, well, that's for me. I take off half at anywhere from 40 to 60. This depends on the daily range of each currency pair, because if they've already made it and it's close to it when it moves, and that 40-50 pip move has already been the range for the day, then it's best to take it off, because it may not move a whole lot much further, and you move your stop at the same time. On the EuroCAD, CAD Yen 1 hour is in a buy. So look, the buy and the sales were pretty close together. So the buy is pushing back up to where the sell was. So not really nothing to do there yet, because it's both ways. On the 4 hour, we have a sell. So it's in sell mode. There hasn't been a buy set up, so I'm looking for a push down. But there is Canadian news this week too. So careful on that. So on the CAD Yen. On the Aussie Yen, there's a 1 hour sell. Did that come back into the buy? No, it didn't. Hadn't yet. So the Aussie Yen, 1 hour is in sell mode. 4 hour is in sell mode. So those are in agreement. So if you didn't get that, which a lot of you might not have, you should have got that, and you locked in money at this point. And depending on what to do, I'd love to see this push back up here, make it a really low risk trade, like $5-6. I'll take it. But there is Aussie news tomorrow night, so we have to be careful on those, because those could really move on the news. Oh, just a second. Oh, barking. Okay, sorry about that. The dog wanted out. So, she runs the house, so gotta do what she says. And if you've got pets, you know how it is. Pound Aussie dollar 4 hour is in a sell, and it has not come back down to the buy, which is a little ways down there still. So the Aussie 4 hour, pound Aussie 4 hours in a sell. The 1 hour is in a buy now. So those aren't in agreement, but again, there is pound and Aussie news this week. So careful on these. I've got a lot of news this week. This week's going to be pretty volatile, I believe. The movements up or down. The pound CAD 1 hour is in a sell. As you see, it's in a sell. It really didn't give you an opportunity much to get in. Would love to see this push up back up into here give us a low risk sell, and then we can take that down. The 4 hour, wow, it's ways back. Sell. 4 hours in a sell mode, but it's been a ways back. So the 1 hour is in a buy, so those aren't in agreement, but I am expecting a move up on the pound CAD. Pound yen, 1 hour is in a there was the sell, and there's the buy with the push up. So the 4 hour is still in a sell, so those aren't in agreement just yet. There's the possibility that this pushes up back up into here. But again, with pound news this week, I think it's on Wednesday or Thursday. So we got a couple days, but just have to be careful on these. And that's on the pound yen. Euro New Zealand 1 hour is in a buy. Wasn't a sell right there. It's come down, made a buy. There was your poke down a couple of times, and you're in the money. Should have locked in some. Like I said, I do a half. That's what I do. But you don't have to. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whether it's an eighth, a fourth, a third, or a half, it's totally up to you. Whatever you're comfortable with. But I would suggest that you do that. You lock in half, the percentage, and then move your stop, and hopefully the move is going to continue up, because that'll be big money if it does on the Euro New Zealand, which is in a buy on the 1 hour, and on the 4 hour it's in a sell. So we're going to see if it dropped down to the buy. No, it hasn't. It's still got a ways to go to the downside. So the 4 hour is in a sell, the 1 hour is in a buy on the Euro New Zealand. Pound New Zealand is going to be the same way. Yep, see, there's the sell, there's the buy. Pound New Zealand's the same way. You had an opportunity right there and right there to get in, and you're in the money now, and should have locked some in and then move your stop. New Zealand yen 1 hour is in a sell. Did not come back down to the 1 hour just yet on a buy. So the 1 hour is in a sell. The 4 hour is in a buy right there. The buy is still intact. Got an opportunity to get in right there. So we're going to see what the risk was. That low, if I can see it, that low was 84.92, and it poked back down into there at 84.77. So that's basically $15 risk. Well, plus the spread. What the spread would be on New Zealand yen, which isn't much. I think 2.5, 3. Oh, at least here in the U.S. So you'd be looking at about $20 risk, and you see what it done. You definitely made money, good money on it. Let's say you got in at 85.80, even though the low is 77. 85.80, and it went up to 87.50. So $170, and you've locked in half of it, and you've moved your stop, and you may have taken some up here because it was up close to where the sell opportunity was. So it's been a great spot, and that's on the New Zealand yen. On the Euro yen 4 hour, it's a sell. Really didn't have a chance, not much one right there. I'm looking for a push up back up into here on the Euro yen. That's the 4 hour is in a sell, and the 1 hour is in a buy. So those aren't in agreement just yet, but I am expecting a push up, a little, not a whole lot, but a little push up before the sell-off continues. But we're looking for a low risk trade, so we actually need somewhere up in here if it gets there. And that's why we have to watch it. We wait. We're paid to wait as traders. That was the euro yen, and then finally the euro odd is in a 1 hour buy. Hadn't moved a whole lot, and it won't today because the US is closed. Euro Aussie 4 hour is in a buy also. So both of those are now in agreement on 1 hour and 4 hour for a buy. But we do have Aussie news tomorrow night, so just be careful. If this does make a push up to where you're able to lock in 40, 50, 60 pips, I would suggest to do so and then move your stop up. Because with the Aussie news Tuesday night, which is actually Wednesday for Australia, there's going to be a move on that with the news. So careful on that. Careful on everything. I'm still looking at live streaming. The guy that I talked to that's setting my stuff up says it's probably not going to be ready tomorrow, which that's what I was hoping for, the day after Labor Day. But he said it's really close. Because he's the designer and stuff. I don't really know anything about any of that stuff. But that's the video for today. There will be another video tomorrow afternoon US time. So hope everybody has a good night, and make sure you're careful on these trades this week, because it's going to be a pretty hectic week. So we'll see everybody tomorrow.